Hi guys, it's April. Today is a top 5 Wednesday day and I decided that I would be involved in the topic for this week, and that is books you want to read in 2017. Top 5 Wednesday, of course, is a Goodreads group. I will link all the information down below in case you want to become part of the community, which I highly recommend because you will get a ton of books to add to your TBR, and I think that is a life goal, is to constantly add books to my TBR. Never bored. Never. So like I said, this week's topic is books you want to read in 2017, which I thought was appropriate because 2016 is almost done, which is a really scary thought. But 2017 holds a promise for so many more books, and I was lacking on several books that I wanted to read this year, but it's gonna have to move to next year because I don't have enough hours in the day. Said every single reader ever. So these books are going to be books that I have had on my shelf for some time, or maybe I just got this year and I just haven't had time to get to. They're not going to be books that are going to be released in 2017 because I have plans for releasing that list later this month so that you guys can all get excited about the new year coming, because there's so many more books that is going to be coming out next year that I'm really excited about. But now we're going to focus on things that April needs to accomplish because they have been nagging at her for some time. And who knows, I will probably find a hidden gem inside the books that have just been waiting patiently for me to get my act in gear. So the first book I want to talk about is Firebird by Mercedes Lackey. I can't honestly tell you a whole lot about this book, but it's Mercedes Lackey and it's in her fairy tale series, so I want to get to that series period, and this one just looks gorgeous. This is on my list to read for next year. I need to read this book. Then there is Shadowfall by Juliette Merlier. Juliette Merlier is an amazing writer. I can't get over how well she writes, and I am always drawn to her writing, so when I found out about this series, it went on my TBR, and I want to get to it next year because she just does retellings and everything else so very well. I love it. So this holds a lot of promise. A lot of promise. Then there is A Tyranny of Petticoats. This is a grouping of short stories that is edited by Jessica Spotwood, which is all about the badass female, and I think that is absolutely amazing. I saw this earlier this year and decided I needed to have it, and I'm really excited to get to it. I just haven't had the chance to get to it yet. And of course, inside this beautiful compilation of short stories, Marissa Meyer has a story that I can't wait to get to. Of course, that may or may not have been one of the deciding factors of me getting this book, but that's neither here nor there. This is going to be read next year. It's got to be, because I am dying to read it, like 170,000 other books, but yes. And then, as most of you know, I was on a huge Brandon Sanderson kick this year. Pretty much 2016 for me in a nutshell is the discovery of Brandon Sanderson and his amazing writing, and I've just been binging a lot of his books. So next year I want to start in his Steelheart series because that is one of the series that I haven't read yet. Novel concept, I know, but I really love Brandon Sanderson's writing, and I'm on a mission to read everything he's ever written. Maybe not everything he's ever written, but a good chunk of everything he's ever written. And so this is next on the list of things I need to read because reading is a thing I need to do. And finally, this book, as always, is going to come as absolutely no surprise, and that is Sand by Hugh Howey, because this book needs to be read. Hugh Howey is amazing, and this edition is absolutely gorgeous, and so it's been calling my name forever. It's one of those books that I'm afraid to take out of the house, so it's something that I'm gonna have to read while I'm at home. And for all of you who are questioning my sanity, it's a book. You should just read it. Who cares where you read it? This is a special signed edition of Sand that I put on a mission to find, and so I found it, and now it's mine, and it's number 311 of the signed special editions of Sand, and so I am making sure that this book does not get injured. So this is going to be a slow read, and this is going to be a slow read from home, away from all other beings and all food related items and liquids. So there's that. So those are the top 5 books that I know of off the top of my head that I want to read for 2017, because unfortunately December is a little booked right now and it's not going to happen quite yet. But 2017 is going to be a whole new year, so there's tons of possibilities. Tell me what the top book that you want to read is for 2017, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.